Okay, we can officially confirm and end this discussion that's been going on relating to the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake and what will be happening with the voice actors. And also, the discussion on how this will be affecting the quality of the gameplay. Over the last few days, my comments have been kind of all over the place. There's been a lot of back and forth as well with the official Konami statements not being as clear. Many fans, including myself, did not know exactly what this meant, and not just us, other media outlets too. In addition to the article from yesterday, we now have official confirmation that the voice audio of the original Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, both the original Japanese audio and the original English audio, will be reused for the remake Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Finally, we know. For more Metal Gear Solid news and updates, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out, and help raise this 12% even higher. Now with that being said, let's get into the video. Yesterday, IGN Japan had an interview with Konami about the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Konami confirmed quite a few things, and we covered it all in the previous video, which you should definitely check out if you guys haven't yet. But today, we have an article from The Verge where they interviewed the head of Konami Communications for the Americas, Tommy Williams. The article reads that Konami, when they revealed the game last week and its language about how the original voice cast would be featured, was really unclear. No, seriously, it has been. Because the tweet and statement that they put out both stated that the original voice characters will be present, which can mean either the OG voice actors are coming back and recording new audio, or the OG voice actors are back technically because they are reusing the old audio. And between all of this, many fans are tweeting Konami asking for more elaboration in regards to what exactly will be happening. Fans even tweeted at David Hayter, congratulating him on being back and voicing Naked Snake Big Boss, and he liked many of those tweets as well. So it's been confusing towards what exactly did they mean. And the people who commented on the last video saying, how can you be confused? This legit means that David Hayter and others are recording new audio, duh. Well, I got some news for you guys. It's official that not only will the Japanese game be reusing the original audio as reported by IGN Japan yesterday, but they are going to be doing this as well for the English voice audio too. And we can finally put it to rest, guys. Personally, I would have loved to see the actors return and record new audio. But if the story is remaining the same, then it financially makes no sense to make this change. And I could totally see that if they were to announce that new lines are being recorded, many fans would be scared as to see what these Kojima-less changes would be when it's coming directly from Konami. But that's not going to be the case, so no cause for worry. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion most recently re-recorded new audio for the English voice cast, but with the same exact old dialogue lines. Because since the remake came out, they've replaced the entire English voice cast in the remake continuity. But the original Japanese voice audio was completely reused and left the same. I can't lie, it did come off as awkward in some parts with the voice actors reading dated dialogue. The feel was just a little all over the place. But this change was mostly done to stay consistent with the remake's new English cast. The Japanese cast in Final Fantasy VII Remake, as well as the original Crisis Core and Advent Children 2, are exactly the same, so they felt no need to update that for Crisis Core Reunion, only the English voices. Now, for Metal Gear Solid Remake, I know there are going to be some comments saying Konami is going to be ruining this game, and I've already been seeing it on previous videos too. And while I am weary myself about the potential for a disaster, of course this is warranted with anything Konami because they have yet to prove to us directly that they can even nail this right, but while remaining neutral on the subject, I can admit that so far, I think they're doing a pretty good job. At least with their words and mission statements. As long as they follow through that they are aiming to make this a faithful recreation where the story will not be changing. Not to mention, since the story will not be adjusted, there is possibly no need to record new audio. And that directly means there will be no new additions to that front. This will be the same exact game that we all love with better gameplay and graphics. I know there are fans who are upset that Kojima will not be back or working on this in any capacity, but realistically speaking, guys, besides the fact that Kojima is incredibly busy doing his own things with his own company and Death Stranding 2, if Konami are planning to reuse all the elements which Kojima put into the original Metal Gear Solid 3 game himself the first time around, including the original audio dialogue, and they're only enhancing the gameplay and graphics, I see right now at least no reason to be upset. I see people are saying that they want Kojima on the project so that they could see the project take on a Final Fantasy VII Remake approach, expanding on the lore or elements in the game's story, but wouldn't that be changing up the entire game? Like, from my perspective, this is Konami's last chance to try to fix their relationship with the fan base of Metal Gear Solid. So it's a smart move on their end to not piss off fans and keep the already perfect and beloved game exactly the same in regards to story and audio, but improving the gameplay and graphics. This is a completely safe one-to-one remake that borderlines a remaster, but them updating the gameplay and graphics are what essentially classifies it as a remake, because it will play very differently and obviously look very differently. It's a very minimal approach, but it's a very smart and safe one. After this, if they want to do a Metal Gear 1 or 2 remake or even Metal Gear Solid remake, I think I'd feel a little bit more comfortable if they had Kojima somehow involved on the project, but that's for another discussion. I could totally see why they wanted to stick with Metal Gear Solid 3. Not only is it a great game, it is the beginning of the franchise's timeline. And there aren't many things to mess up when it comes to this title, especially if you're keeping the story and audio the same. You just gotta make it play like Phantom Pain or something modern. Honestly, I think it speaks to itself to show just how great Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is as a game. Hell, the series as a whole. Konami recognizing this and not wanting to mess it up by changing up the formula or key details with the game, this is a huge green flag in my opinion. Metal Gear Solid fans have been starved and not treated well over the last few years, even before Metal Gear Solid 5 released. I would be lying if I told you guys that I'm not excited in regards to the prospects of being able to make Metal Gear content and finally be playing these games again. The idea of this remake, in fact, excites me more than anything else in gaming right now. I know that we have quite a ways to wait until we see anything official, but all of this news so far has been very reassuring to me and sort of stabilized my concerns. For now, the Metal Gear Solid series is without a doubt my favorite of all time, so seeing it come back has been a joy. I do want to stream the old games soon, so if you guys are down to see how nerdy I can get with Metal Gear Solid, stay tuned for all of that, because it will be fun. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Comment below and let's get a discussion going. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Metal Gear Solid updates are on the way and you do not want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.